Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing my what sold for last week, Monday through Thursday, which is March 20th through the 23rd. If you're new to my channel, I do 2 of these a week. I do Monday through Thursday sales, and then I do the weekend sales Friday through Sunday. I try to share a large variety of different things. A lot of it is bread and butter. For me, bread and butter is $8 to $12. But I just kind of try to show that, what I'm picking up is selling. And isn't that the name of the game? I can tell you all kinds of stuff to pick up, but if it's not selling, it's not really useful information for you. So that's what I do every week. And I try to show you on the 4 platforms I sell on. eBay is my primary platform. I list everything there first, and then I use List Perfectly to cross-list some of them, but not all, to Mercari, Poshmark, and Etsy. Speaking of Etsy, did any of you guys get the message this week that you got kind of a slap on the wrist? It was kind of like, at first when I read it, I thought maybe it's a blanket kind of thing that they're sending out to everybody, but then I got on Facebook and was looking around, and it's the word cashmere. Something happened about the word cashmere, and I had a listing taken down. It's just a slap. There's not any violations or anything like that. But y'all, mine was for a Thai beanie rabbit whose name is Cashmere. So obviously they had bots that just went through and took down all these listings and didn't tell you your listing name, so you just kind of had to go find it. Luckily for me, I started everything on eBay, so I went into eBay, went into my active listings, looked up the word cashmere, and I actually have 2 of those rabbits, and one of them was cross-listed to Etsy. All right, let's go ahead and get started. No, let me take that back. I've been having some really good days on eBay, but dang y'all, the ebbs and flows, it just makes you want to, it's like, why I get these really good days and then I get these really bad days, and then it's good again. Like today, I was kind of down, and then today's been a decent day. So I've heard that they're having server problems. I've been hearing that a lot. There just seems to be a lot of problems, so I'm just kind of keep chugging along. List, cross list, delete and sell similar, sales, all of that stuff. Do what you can do to, deal with eBay. All right, so now start with Mercari. Now, y'all, I had a really good week with these other platforms. I sell nothing compared to eBay on these other platforms, but for me, these were decent sales. And then I've sold 3 things in 9 days on Etsy, Poshmark, and Mercari. 3 total things. So I'm not quite sure what's up with them either. It can be disheartening, y'all, but just got to keep doing our stuff. All right, we'll start with this one. This is Commonwealth White Bear Plush from 1992. Just a small plush, 7-inch, sold for $12 on Mercari. Perfection by MJC. Cute little monkey plush, sold for $13 on Mercari. This is Ertl. It was just a very small white bull figure. Sold for $11. I love picking up smalls. In fact, that's what I've been doing today. My smalls were catching up with me. Lots of them, lots of small plush. And so I've been sorting today. I take baskets, boxes. Right now I'm doing just baskets. I'm putting like all the figures in a basket, and then all the other small things, vehicles and other stuff in a basket. And then I have IKEA bags for the plush. And I'm trying as I pick something up, because these are almost all of these are one-touches. My one-touches are, I've looked at it and it's like blah, and it gets put in a pile, and I move on to something that's more interesting, something that just, I love more. But today, look at it, and then I have a black garbage bag, and I'm putting them in there for my next yard sale. That's the plan, is going to do another yard sale with my other reseller YouTuber friends in this area. Trading Post Pickers and TN Pickers, Grinning Grandma. Just all of us got together and did a yard sale. So it was fun. It was very fun. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get rid of these piles. All right. And then this denim skirt, it was from No Fuse. It sold for $21. And y'all, I forgot that I contemplated putting clothes on Mercari. But I went and did free shipping for the clothes. Because then you can go and you can use the padded flat rate envelopes and just ship them yourself through, like, I used Pirate Ship. But when I got this offer, I was like, ooh, this is a good offer. I'll go ahead and accept $21 for this for this pair of this jean skirt. And then I realized I still had to pay for shipping. So I took all my clothes off of there. I don't do free shipping, and I don't keep that in mind if I was to try like just doing clothing on Mercari free shipping, with the price added into the cost of the item. So I took them all down. Poshmark and eBay. That's where my clothing's going to be. And then Chelsea Teddy Bear, 15-inch plush, sold for $16. Now a few on Posh, Caribbean, whichever way. Caribbean Joe men's Hawaiian shirt. I think this is one of the shirts that we picked up at the Highway 127 sale. This one was by Quicksilver. It sold for $12. I love picking them up. Just the nostalgia of it for me, because I did live there for 13 years. This is a Walgreens rabbit plush. It was scented chocolate. If you ever pick up a plush that's scented, if you wash it, you're going to lose the scent. So don't wash it unless you just really have to. And then I have, and then I list that there's no longer a scent. Some people might not want the scent. These are American Eagle women's jeans, sold for $17. And then these brass. I haven't sold brass in a while. There for a while I was selling tons of it. Y'all, I have a tote over there of unlisted brass because I'm down to not much still listed. I need to get to it, but there's just always, right now I'm going through all these bags from the Goodwill bins. That's more interesting to me than brass. Anybody else, you like listing what you like, and then the rest of it just kind of gets set aside until you just get fed up with it. And that's kind of where I am with several things. These brass bookends sold for $21. And then 2 sells on Etsy, and then it's gone dark on these other platforms. This is Mr. Noah. Now, I've talked about Ms. Noah before. I don't know if they're related. They might be. But they're different. They look different. This was just a cute toy lamb sheep plush from 1984. It's 1985. It sold for $26.95. I love the vintage stuff. And then Kipper. I picked up Kipper recently at an estate sale. I want to say, I think I paid $1 for it, because then they had other plush there that were like Pokemon, that they had $8 and $10 and $12 and $15 on them. And then Kipper. Kipper was like $1. Kipper is a good one to pick up anytime you see them. This one sold for $69.95 on Etsy. Now eBay. Lots to share. A lot of bread and butter, because you know what? If I didn't have my bread and butter, it would be a little bit stinging right now financially, because sales are slow. This is Arby's. I've done very well with fast food toys. A lot of these came from the online high bid estate sale that I won almost 2 years ago. I still have stuff to list from that one too. But these were Stampers, sealed in their original bags from 1991. They sold for $9.95. Walmart, love that brand. Purple Bear plush with the cute heart, sold for $11.25. These plush are hard to sell. Will I pick them up again? Probably not. Probably not. These are from the Girl Scouts series. They're all called Little Brownies. This one was the cheetah. There's several different animals in this series. This first one sold for $9.15. I do have another one listed right now. That's why there's a difference in the prices. I have a bigger sale going. Cute little ceramic planter. Picked up at an estate sale, probably for $1 or $2. Sold for best offer of $15. I think Robert picked up a box lot of this dish manufacturer. They were called Threshold Stoneware Wellsbridge. Ceramic type plates. This was the 11-inch size. I think I have smallers. I had some mugs. Those may have sold already. But I put them in lots of 2, and this one sold for $18.57. And then Robert packed them for me because I don't like doing breakables. I showed this in a haul. I had several comments of people remembering this from when their kids were smaller. This is by Toy Smith. It's called a Hoot and Holler animal collar. You just put that little green knob on different things, and when your child blows into the horn, it makes that animal sound. It's cute. If you're picking it up for really cheap, picking it up at the bins, you know, it's sells very quickly. $9.15. Now these, I picked these up probably last summer at an estate sale. Actually, it was like, and it was an estate sale, but these were like out in a garage. Just, you kind of had to dig through stuff. I kind of love those kinds of sales where you're just, it's boxes and you just don't know what you're finding until you find them. But these were by Kitchen Queen. Stainless steel, nice heavy pots. I picked up, I think, 2 of them of different sizes. And then when I got home, I realized they were damaged. The little ring right here, you can see right here, it was supposed, that circle was supposed to go all the way around. And all of them, it was like disintegrating, falling apart like that. I just decided to go ahead and list them. This one sold. I think I've got maybe one more, but I may have sold it already. $35.83. Definitely, if you pick up stainless steel pots and pans and they're heavy, check the comps. Check the comps. I mean, there's some that, like Cook's Essential or something that you can get at Walmart. I don't think those are worth a whole lot, but I love cooking in them, especially when we go into canning season and I'm making, you know, apple butter or some of that stuff. Those pots are amazing for cooking. And I think this was from my Goodwill Bins bag. I just thought it was adorable. I had never seen this set before. They're called Sesame Street Stack Nest Friends. There were lots new that were listed, so I just I didn't pay a whole lot for them. I listed them for $12.95, and I got a very quick offer of $8 and could get it out the door, right? These I picked up at my favorite little estate sale company that we go to. We went today, but couldn't find anything. Nothing today. So I'm looking forward. She says she's got a good one next weekend that I might be interested in quite a bit there. So love when you build those relationships with estate sale owners, because, you know, they can tell you what's coming up. Probably paid $1 or $2 for these too. They were stainless steel scissors. Made in Japan, sold for $14. Mugs. I like to pick up vintage mugs or things that are interesting. A lot of times things that are like souvenirs from different regions of the country. This was just a Hallmark's mug. Said, "Life is too important to be taken seriously." I think I picked that up at an estate sale where I picked up several mugs that were in their original boxes. I paid $1 each. Sold for $8. All right, this is Applause. I like that brand. Her name was Gabrielle. Just a cute brown rabbit. 14 inches, sold for $13.50. I picked these up a lot. They come in tan and purple and pink and white. I think it's just another one of those. They're the perfect size for a small child, and they become a lovey. And parents are always looking to replace them. This one was from 2016, sold for $9.15. Kohl's Cares, Pokey Little Puppy. You know, I did the video on the Kohl's Cares, which, you know what, I sometimes pick brands and I'm like, I don't know how well received it's going to be, but I think Kohl's Cares is just stuff, people see them at yard sales and estate sales all the time. And, you know, in lots, a lot of these do well. If I had found others that went to this series, I would add them to the lot, but it still sold very quickly for $9.15. Now, I'm not remembering if I got this at the bins or if this is coming out of the Monster High set that I'm working on right now. I bought a huge tote of Monster High and I'm finally sorting through all of it. But there was some Bratz and there was some non-Monster High stuff in there. And I think maybe he came from it, but I can't remember. Too much processing right now and I'm not remembering. But I guess his name was Ken Emmett. I never watched Twilight. Don't know anything about it. But he sold very quickly for $21.34. Little People, I've been trying to get a lot of them listed. I buy a lot and then I've been trying to put them like in sets of 2, or if I've got a series, I just put them together like this one. These did have considerable paint wear, I thought, which I did put that in the description. Take close-up pictures of it. These were the fairy godmothers from Sleeping Beauty, $9.15. Sold very quickly. Baby starters, sock monkeys do very well for me. It's just one of those things. I think people collect them, especially right now also for Easter. This one did say my first Easter on it, and it was a rattle. It sold for $10.07. Another one of the books Robert picked up. He found some amazing books at an estate sale, and I have sold several of them for $100+. This one was Appaloosa, The Spotted Horse in Art and History, $43.65. I've mentioned this many times. Robert had the grand idea of starting to list clothes. Before 2 years ago, I didn't do much clothing. I would find something every once in a while, a child's Oshkosh set, or, you know, a neat t-shirt or something, but I didn't want to get into clothing, and Robert convinced me to. But the deal is he has to do all the pictures. That's what the board is. He comes over here and he does all the pictures for me. He starts it on a spreadsheet for me, and then I do the listing, you know, every once in a while. Not a whole lot, but he had a whole pile under here of things he didn't want to deal with. He just wasn't ready. Jackets, coats, women's dresses, things like that, hoodies. And so one day I sat down here for like an hour or so and I processed all of them while he only had to take pictures. You know, I wrote down all the descriptions and conditions and measurements and all of that. And this was one of them, and it sold very quickly. In fact, another one, which will be in a future videos, one of the hoodies that was just thrown down there waiting, sold for $90 some this morning. So the money piles sitting, but I ended up getting all of that done. So now we're back to mostly processing jeans and stuff. But these were Grand Teton Jackson Hold hoodie, sold for $20 best offer. PJ Masks, I pick up lots of those type figures, Octonauts, Blue's Clues. Just, I like the smalls. His name is Haller. He's from the Wolfie Kids. I've never watched it, but when you sell toys like I do, you end up remembering a lot of them. But every once in a while I find stuff I have no clue. But it seems like the bad guys on this show do better than, you know, the 3 figures. This howler dude sold for $13.75. This is a viewer sale, so thank you so much, Sherry. This sold for $15, best offer. Time Out teddy bear plush. I thought that was a cute thing. He's got a little referee thing on him. I guess maybe if you have a toddler that needs to go in timeout, you know, they have to take the bear with them and sit or something. Sold for $9.15. I told you, a whole lot of bread and butter. Fun World. This is a vintage brand. I've just sold something in one of my last videos that came out of a Christmas box lot. This is a little red mouse. 4 inches, sold for $9.25. It had lots of condition issues. It still sold. Cabbage Patch Kids. Pretty sure this came from the Goodwill bins lot that I've been processing for forever. Down to, I'm thinking about 14 or 15 bags left. Whew, it was a lot of work. But as soon as I'm done, it's going to be yard sale season. And then we're going to do it again. I love going to the bins. This is from 2016. Had a cute little like lacy bonnet thing over its face. $18.35. It sold very quickly. LEI women's jeans. These were flared. Sold for $15. Best offer. VTech Go Smart. These sold for $8.51. I like doing these in lots of 2. I pick them up very often. I can keep the shipping under £1, and you know, like everything else, there's collectors for these. Squishmallows. This is Tinkerbell. I remember pulling this out of the bins bag and think I couldn't figure out that it was, I thought it was like a tie or something, but it was shaped differently. Come to find out it was Squishmallow. Sold very quickly, $9.15 for a little 6-inch Tinkerbell. Walmart. Yellow duck plush. Walmart does well for me. This one sold for $11.91. All right, some of my bigger dollar sales. This is Popples. Pretty sure I got this at the Goodwill bins. This one's from 1987. Small, only 5 inches, sold for $36.75. These were in one of my my latest on the road video. Picked up 2 Villeroy and Bosch Easter figures. This one was like a little drummer rabbit. Sold for $40 best offer. I think I paid $5 or $6 for it. It was a little bit up there in price. This is Kenner Star Wars Yoda. It was one of the vintage figures. It was missing like its weapon, I think, and like a snake. But he had his little gun belt and his little robe. Sold for $47.45. All right, Commonwealth pink pig plush, had the cute little bomber jacket on. $19.95. $47.45. And then these Dingo Western Rattler men's boots sold for, I mean, instantly $79.95. Then your mind goes, did I underprice? But that's all right. I don't think we paid maybe $5 for them, so $79.95 out the door. And then this. Now this was a multi-order order. My mind's gone. We went back and forth a lot on offers. But she had ordered like 6 things previously from me and then started shopping and sending offers, and came back a second time, and almost all of it's like rabbits and sheep, Eastery type stuff. She said that she had collected, she sent me messages. She collected this type of stuff and then had a house fire. So I wanted to work with her. I think this order is like 16 items. You know, it's just a lot of small plush. Pink lamb. Here's a white, it's all Greek to me, lamb. MTY International, Cuddlewit, but just a lot of rabbits. I think this one was like 16 items, and she spent $189.90 plus the shipping. And then y'all, because I worked with her on these prices, she turned right around and bought 20 some more items for over $200. So I hopefully I have a customer for life, and that she'll be back as soon as, you know, she's ready to start purchasing more types of these plush to add back to her collection that she lost. So sometimes, you know, it might not feel when you're making these major reductions, but y'all know I didn't pay a whole lot for this stuff. And then it was just like, okay, you know, I'm helping somebody get a collection back together. I'm still making money on this, and I'm getting stuff out the door, and that's the name of the game, right? All right, lots of stuff we talked about, great sales, and then there's this week. So it's all part of the game, all part of the game. All right, I'm gonna get back to sorting and taking pictures and processing stuff, and then call it a day. Get to work. Bye.